this video contains spoilers from the latest epic storyline from the Corsairs of Umbar expansion. Did you know that the epic storyline in Umbar is quite a bit different for some players, and the main reason for this is because of this returning character, Horn. To answer why this is the case, we have to go quite a while back, and all the way back to Volume 3, Book 1, where we travel around Middle-earth and talk to all the Dunedain Rangers and find out if they will go with Aragorn to war, or if they will stay behind and keep their homelands safe. And in Chapter 4 of this book, we go to Halros, the Ranger of the Shire, and eventually it is up to us to decide if he should go or if he should stay. Whatever choice you make for Halros in this quest has a big impact on the character Horn. If you decide that Halros should stay, he stays in the Shire and Horn dies in the Battle of the Pelennor. But if you decide that Halros should go, Halros will die instead of Horn. Halros will take the killing blow that was meant for Horn, and Horn is so distraught by this that he decides to leave everything behind and he disappears from our story for quite a while. With that background explanation out of the way, it's time to look at where this choice comes into play in the current story. Once you reach the town of Halrox on the Shield Isles, you come upon a new character simply named Driftwood. If you chose that Halros should stay in the Shire, that means that Horn is dead in your story, and Driftwood is simply a Driftwood, a character that joins your party, but doesn't really have a massive impact on the story. He does join your party and travels with you to Umbar and helps you learn a little bit about the culture there. After that, you don't really see him again. However, if you chose Halros should go, then obviously Horn is still alive. When you get to Halrox in this story, Driftwood appears, and it's fairly obvious that Driftwood looks just like Horn, and he is revealed to be Horn, who traveled here after the battle in the Pelennor Fields. And just like the normal Driftwood, Horn eventually joins your party and travels with you to Umbar. There are some minor differences between the regular Driftwood in the other story and Horn in your story, and once you finally reach the city of Umbar, you talk to Horn and he actually needs 10 minutes of in-game time to ponder what he wants to do in the future. After he has had some time to think, he decides that he has been really selfish by leaving everyone behind, and he wishes to return to Nona after our mission in Umbar has finished. After the successful rescue of Thorongil and Corridon, our mission in Umbar has come to an end for now. Corridon does ask you to go on one last journey with him before your quest continues. This is where we find the biggest difference between the two storylines as we go with Corridon, Sigaleth and Kabar and head towards Enedwaith to visit Nona. Once again, if you chose that Halros should stay, then Horn is obviously dead, and you visit Nona and deliver her a beautiful gift. Kabar, the scribe of Gondor, has listened to our stories and descriptions about Horn and Nona, and has drawn this beautiful sketch of Horn and Nona together. It is a beautiful reminder of their love, but also a heartbreaking reminder that Nona will never see her loved one again. If you chose Halros should go, then Horn, who is alive, does what he set his mind on doing, and he travels with you to reunite with Nona. When he is revealed to Nona, she is still furious that he left them, and she initially wants to kill him where he stands. The situation eventually calms down, and Horn and Nona finally reunite in what presumably is the end to their tale in our stories. Once I discovered the big difference in this storyline, where some people saw Horn and some people saw Driftwood, I thought it would be a good idea to showcase this in a video, since some people might not be aware of this, and this way you get to see how both storylines play out. I will end this video with in-game footage of the interlude for both stories. Hopefully you enjoyed the video, and hopefully you will enjoy both endings to these great characters. Thank you for watching.
One more journey with you. And so we sat and spoke together, all of us, late into the night. Old friends and new. And so we sat and spoke together, all of us, late into the night. In time, it seemed as if Horn himself shared our fire.
If you enjoyed the video, please consider dropping a like and subscribing as it really helps out the channel. And if you like LOTRO, I would really recommend joining my Discord servers. You can also support me directly through my Ko-fi website. If you're playing or looking to play Lord of the Rings online, there is one place you need to be. The Ghyniverse is a Discord server created for the community of the players of Lord of the Rings Online. The server is getting close to 7,000 members, and in this server you'll find tons of helpful information. There's monthly giveaways, easy access to patch notes, you can keep up with my YouTube videos, my streams. If you're a streamer, you can ask for the streamer role and you can announce your streams in the other stream channel. There are discussion channels for pretty much everything, every class, monster players. But the best thing about this server is probably the Gearing Resources tab, where you can find anything from trait lines for every class, every build. There are stat goals, where you can find out what stats you should aim for on your characters. Really helpful information about drop rates from instances, as well as screenshot from all the new loot that appears in the game. If you enjoy LOTRO, you should definitely consider joining this server, and hopefully I'll see you in Middle-earth. If you were part of the Ghyniverse already, you might have noticed that another tab appeared at the top, the LFF server. This server is a brand new server that I created, the LFF Ghyniverse. In this server, you can select which servers you want to keep up with, and once you select your server, say you select Arkenstone, you will see the LFF, the kinship advertisement, looking for kinship and trade channels, and there's also voice channels if people want to use those. The LFF channel is basically a looking for fellowship channel where people can post if they need players for the runs, and this way people don't have to be logged into the game to see the chat, they can just instead get a notification on their Discord. There's also a kinship advertisement page where kins can post their kinship advertisement and have people join their kins. And you can also post in the looking for kinship chat if you're looking for a kinship, but make sure to take a look in the kinship advertisement first and look through all the kin to find a suitable kin for you. There's also a trade channel if people want to buy or sell stuff that you can use. Hopefully you'll consider joining this server to bring the community even more together, not just in the game, but also outside of the game.